There you go. I see you now.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
So we're actually not live yet, which is great. So
Okay.
we're good. Okay.
All
You
right,
feel? Let me edit. Let me see if I can remove the background when we do go live.
Oh no, I think we are live. I think we're live.
No, well, we're live, but I don't think we're like
live.
Yeah. I don't think we're on like actual Facebook. Like, look at the Facebook group real quick. Check. Let's see, because I could be wrong. If we are live, hi guys.
Technical. Oh yeah, we're definitely live.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Cool. No, we good. We doing what it do. All right.
Listen, we gonna hear now. So let's just do it.
Exactly. All right. Let me lower the music. All right, y'all. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Let's see.
So I'm looking at. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Let's see
what's going on, y'all?
What up?
We're actually live.
We are for the first time.
I know, first time. We don't ever go live.
Oh, we do not.
Listen, I told myself I'm gonna start going live more because I need to practice and just get used to going live. So
yeah,
I am.
I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you, for real. It's hard, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. It's a challenge, right? It's a challenge. That's really what it is. We're challenging ourselves to do uncomfortable things. So
exactly.
You know, it's okay.
That's exactly what it's about. It's how we're going to grow as entrepreneurs.
Do the things that nobody else. If we want the things that we've never had, we got to do the things that we've never done before. There we go.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
All right. Yeah. There we go. And then I'm gonna remove the banner. Boom. Done. Bet. Yes, sir. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is a Mindset Diplomat coming to you live and direct. We are literally live and direct on this wonderful Tuesday. Beside me here, I have the wonderful Brandy Spencer, and excited to have you join me today. And this is really your idea, and I joined you, and we're joining each other. So I'm excited to see where this goes today. Let's talk about it.
Same. Thank you for jumping on with me, because I literally just texted you. I'm like, hey, you want to go live today? Like, let's just do it.
Yeah,
I appreciate you setting this all up, because I'm not a techie person.
It's okay.
So, and this is fancy with this StreamYard. So, but yeah, so let me give you a little bit of background. So I'm presenting this group called Black Everywhere. And I've been following them for a while now. They just launched this 6-week entrepreneur program. This Friday is the second week. I attended the first week last week. And this is the week that I am presenting. I volunteered to present. So, and speak. And, I want to get more speaking engagements and things like that. So I volunteered to speak. And I want you to give me feedback.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
I'm going to be presenting to a group of entrepreneurs. So I'm like, I need to practice. So who better to practice in front of than a group of entrepreneurs and you? So yeah, I want you to give me your honest feedback, everything, because I know I talk fast, and then also I say and a lot. So let me know. Before Friday.
Something somebody told me recently. It was like, when you go in front of a crowd, try to say the alphabet backwards, and you'll forget. That's harder than focusing on everybody that's looking at you. I was like, ooh, that's deep. So, maybe a little bit of advice, and then take a breath, just breathe. You know what I mean? Hey guys, it's one of my first times presenting. I'm just gonna take a breath real quick. People love that. You know what I'm saying? People love vulnerability. That's something that I've been doing in my community too. It's like, before I get into it, I'm like, I'm saying, do you want the information in a steady way, or do you want me to start tripping over my words?
That's exactly what. Listen, my mind be moving a mile a minute. So
I know. Well, feel free to take a breath. You know what I mean? Because what's most important is that people, one, you make an impression on people, and people remember the information.
Exactly.
Right. I think those are the two most important things. So let's get right into it. Let's start it off.
Yes. And luckily it's on a topic that I'm very, very familiar with and that I love. So I think that makes it just that much easier. So it's something that I'm excited to present about and for people to really grasp the information. So, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Also keep in mind, so it's a 5 to 7 minute presentation. So I don't know if you can keep time. Maybe
I'm
I'll
gonna put a timer on right now. I got you.
Okay.
Timer on. And you said it's called Black Everywhere. Where is it? Where is it based out of?
Like everywhere.
Is it like a Toastmasters?
It's kind of like a community, so it's a little bit of everything. They got a little bit of everything.
You have to send it to me when we're done.
I know that sometimes they're in Atlanta because I've seen them have events in Atlanta. I've never been to one, except for one last week. I know they have events in California, so they kind of all over. It's like a grown community.
So you're presenting online or in person?
So it'll be online.
Nice. Okay, that's good. So you have a lot more comfortability. You're not you know what I mean? But you might have more people watching, but still, Right. Okay, so let me know when you want me to start the timer.
Okay. And I feel like online is more opportunities for technical difficulties. That'd be my thing. Yeah. It's technical difficulties. My Wi-Fi starts skipping or something.
Yep.
That's what I'm hoping will happen. But it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So let's see how I can do this. But I gotta remember that. Remember to breathe, because that's so important.
Just take a deep breath. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna fault you for taking a deep breath. This is how I get in my zone. You know what I'm saying? What you can't tell me nothing. So
right. Okay. So I've never shared before on here, but I'm gonna try and see.
Okay.
Let me know if you see this. I just uploaded it. It's like this. It's like a deck, a presentation.
It's a deck. Okay. A storyboard framework.
Yeah. StoryBrand. Yeah. You see it?
Got you. Boom. Boom. Bada boom. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, you in your zone right now. You got that look on your face like I'm in my zone now.
I'm gonna check everything. I'm excited about it.
Yes.
So, all right, you can start the timer.
All right. Okay. 3, 2.
Okay,
well, first up, let's take a breath. Okay. Relax your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable. Let me get comfortable in my seat. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's take a breath. All right. I'm going to start the timer now.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So I'm just presenting as if I'm presenting for real. All right. Let me not be silly. Okay. All right. So, hey, everyone. My name is Brandy Spencer, and I am an email and lifestyle cycle marketing strategist. So basically what I do is I help businesses send the right message to the right person at the right time through email marketing. So today I'm going to be going over the StoryBrand framework. And this is a framework that I been using for the past 4 years. And I love this framework. It was created by Donald Miller. He also has a book, and I'll drop the link to the book if anyone is interested afterwards in learning more about it. And this is just kind of going to be like a brief overview of it. But since there's time constraints, but there's so much more to it. So hopefully you are able to take away some good points from it. But this framework is definitely going to help you get clear on your email messaging. And I'm going to start by saying this. This framework is probably going to ruin every single movie, every single book that you've ever read in your life, ever. Because this framework is literally the basis of every single good story. So what is the StoryBrand framework? I need to figure out how to move these slides. Okay, can I move it? Let me see. There we go. Okay. What is the StoryBrand framework? First, it starts with a character. And can you see my my mouse? Yep. Okay, cool.
I don't see your mouse, but I see your
I'm moving it right now.
Yeah, no, I don't see your mouse.
It's okay.
Let's see. full screen layout. Because you're probably going to be, pointing at.
Yeah, I was going to be pointing.
Let's do the full screen. Okay.
But if not, you can always just follow along. It's all in the same order. I'm going to speak in the order of
okay, perfect. Okay.
So what is the framework? It starts with the character who has a problem. Then they meet a guide who gives them a plan, calls them to action on that plan, and that plan helps them achieve success and also helps them to avoid failure. So I'm going to put this, I'll give you an example. So have you seen the movie Cinderella before?
Okay, yep.
Cinderella. So it's the same. Yeah. So you have a character you have Cinderella. She has a problem. What's her problem? She has to live with her evil stepmother and stepsisters. She meets a guide. Who does she meet? The fairy godmother. Who gives her a plan. You're going to go to the ball, but you just got to leave by midnight.
Yeah.
Then she goes to the ball. She calls her to action. She goes to that ball. And what happens in the end? She gets to marry her prince. Avoid failure. She don't got to go back and live with her evil stepmother and sisters. So I just wanted to give that little bit of context. There's another example if you've ever seen the Hunger Games. But I'll just run through it really quickly because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So the main character, you have Katniss. She has a problem. What's her problem? She has to fight in the Hunger Games and she has to kill people. She doesn't want to kill people. Katniss is a good person.
Right.
And then she meets a guy. Who does she meet? She meets Haymitch.
Okay.
He gives her a plan. What's his plan? Well, you're gonna have to act like you're in this relationship so you can get sponsors and people, want to support you as a sponsor. She goes on to compete in the games, and what happens? She actually goes on to live. She achieves success, and then she avoids failure by not having to. She doesn't die, basically.
Right.
But yeah, that's like the basis of the framework, right? So is that paint like a good picture of where I'm going with this?
It does. Now, I want to hear it through. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to take notes and then just give you notes on like the entirety. But we're getting there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so, like you're building the framework right now. Like you're building context. Yep.
Got you. Perfect. So I'm going to put this into perspective in how this framework can work for email marketing for your business as an entrepreneur. So the first step in the framework we talked about, it starts with a character. Now, your business is not the hero of the story. And I know sometimes, you might want to be the hero of the story. You want your business to be, but your business is not the hero of the story. Your customer is the hero of the story. So the hero of the story, they have to want something very specific. So in this first part of the framework, you need to define what your customer wants. What does your hero want? So you want to ask yourself, like, what does your customer need and want from your products or services? Like, what do they want? So you define that. And then second part of the framework is your customer has a problem, right? So you need to identify the problem that your customer has. And in doing so, you want to talk about their problems in your email messaging. Okay. So when you talk about their problems, they are more willing to engage and they can see themselves in the story and they want to know more. Right.
Okay.
So ultimately, when it comes to like your email messaging, like it should be 75% about your customers' wants, needs, and their problems, and 25% about your product or service.
Nice. Okay. Now, question for you. Do you see this? Have you tested this to see how well it converts?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've used this every single day for like the past 4 years. Because I say I read emails all day long and I audit emails all day long. And I come across a lot of emails where the first thing I read is all about the business. It's all about them,
Right.
So I'm just like, the first thing is just like, well, where does your customer come in?
Right.
They're nowhere in this story in your email. It's all about you. So yes. So yeah, this is literally what I do. I just build email and lifecycle workflows all day along in all the emails and copy. So
Love it.
yes, it does. So let's go over to step 3, which is meets a guide. So you want to position your business as a guide. And I'm gonna say this, I'm relating this to email, but this is really just your business, like for marketing as a whole, really. So position your business as a guide in your marketing messaging, because once you define your customers' problems, you want to enter into their story and play the role of guide. You want to play that fairy godmother. You want to play Hayman, you know? You don't want to position, because oftentimes we want to position ourselves as the hero, right? But if you think about it, the hero is usually like the underdog, right?
Right. Yeah.
The hero is the one who has like some sort of like adversity to face. So why would you want to position your business as that? You want to position your business as the guide.
Interesting. I like that. That a light bulb just went off for me. I like that. Like, because it's like, hey, if I position myself as the hero, I'm essentially going through the same. Like, I'm not qualified to really kind of help you, you know? Wow. That light bulb just went off. So I feel like this is going to get pretty deep. So before we get a little deeper, I had 2 pieces of feedback from the first part. The first part is just like, especially since you're going to be interacting online, I'd be like, you know, put a crown in the chat if you've heard of Cinderella, right?
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Just to kind of get your audience engaged. You know, that's some of the things that I use to when I get, 12, 15 people in the chat. I want to make sure people are engaged. They're not just like on their TV, like they're not doing something else while I'm teaching, you know? And so if I've got 10 people in a room and I know 5 of them send an emoji, okay, 5 are locked in. Hey guys, listen, I know there's more than 5 people in here. If you really locked in and you heard what I said, put a crown in the chat if you've heard of Cinderella. You know, just to kind of make sure that they're still engaged. And then the other one is, you mentioned something about like your business having, like someone's business having problems. Well, okay, for me, I'd be like, type in the chat. Give me an example of one challenge that your customer has in your business.
Okay.
Because now we start making it personal to them. Just like you were talking about, right? The 75%, right? That it's about them, know? So it's like, hey, can, give me one example of, because you're obviously going to have many industries in this room, right? So it'd be cool to start seeing what issues that their customers are having within their industry. So that's like the first set of feedback that I got so far. But other than that, we're doing great so far.
I'm writing this down because
yeah, take your time. And we're going to have the recording too. So we lit. Okay. But yeah, take your time.
Okay. All right, perfect. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, like you want to position your business as the guide to help them achieve success, because you don't want to be looked at as the underdog. You want to be the guide to help them achieve success in their story. So step 4. All right. So this is where you give them a plan. So what does that mean? That means you want to build a bridge between their problem and the solution, your product that you offer. So you want to give them, an actionable plan to get there. Okay. Whether that is like, this is the problem that you're having, you're having, this is the solution. So give them that plan. Then you want to call them to action on that plan. So you have to basically just challenge them to take action on it. Don't be passive about it. Provide a very clear CTA. Whether it's like, I would say like avoid things like learn more. Very direct, like say sign the petition or buy now. Not necessarily buy now. But you know what I'm saying? Just be very direct.
Yeah. What's an example of a really good CTA that you see work in your day-to-day?
A really good CTA, I would say it really just depends. One that's very clear towards the top of the email. It really depends. I A/B test a lot. So I would say one that's just very clear and action oriented, of course.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say just it's always about testing and what
right.
different things will work for different audiences.
Okay, got it.
Let's see. And then step 6 in the framework, you want to help your customer achieve success. So how are they going to achieve success in their story? So in order for you, your business to lead your hero, your customer to success, because they have a problem, you want to help them overcome it. Something has to be won or lost based on if they take that action. Okay. So you want to talk about what success will look like if they get your product.
Right.
This is what is going to paint the beautiful picture of what their future will look like. Give them a vision once they get the product.
Right.
So yeah, basically like something has to be won or lost. So you make that clear.
Right. So essentially market the transformation.
Exactly. Yep. Oh my gosh. Perfect.
Yeah. That's literally what I've been teaching. You know, I have some of my mentors and they're trying to, you know, essentially grow our in-person group. And I'm like, well, like, okay, that's great. But like when you look at a weight loss journey, they show up before and after for a reason.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Right? Like you sell the transformation, not like, hey, we've got this weight loss supplement or this weight loss thing. It's like, this is what you're doing now. This is what it'll look like when you're done. So I love that you said that.
Yes, that's true. Because that is definitely how I've been sold in the past. Especially when it comes to like trainers and stuff. Yeah, I want to see you after pictures of your clients.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay. And then the final step of the framework is you want to help your customer avoid failure. So the same thing that you did with defining success, you need to define what failure will look like as well.
Right.
If they don't take action
in that email copy,
in your email copy.
Now, is this for newsletters? Is this for like the daily ones that go out? Like what, you know what I mean? Because when I think about an email body, I've got logo, you know, information about the, you know, what it is that I can use to solve their issue. But then it's like, and then I've got like links. Like, hey, you know, follow here for more if you want to learn more, like, you know, something of that nature. But and that's in my newsletters. But typically I send out an email on I send out an email on a Sunday and a Friday for my Mindful Mondays call. So like, are you saying use each one of this whole strategy for regardless of the email type?
So I would say you can use a StoryBrand framework for so this is overall for copy. So this is not for a specific email type. I will say this should just be kind of just ingrained in everything, pretty much. If you are specifically, like if you have a campaign running, it means by like define their failures. And like these 7 steps are not like email 1, we're going to talk about this, email 2, like, this is kind of like ingrained. So it's basically like you can have one email where it talks about, for example, this number 7, avoid failure. Well, 6 months from now, you'll wish you have started today. Or you'll wish you will have used this product or done this to receive this transformation. So things like that.
Right.
And I'm not saying to use like fear mongering. Like
right. It's a sense of urgency.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, yeah, definitely.
And it's true. It's like, you know, how many times do we think about like, dang, if I would have started this?
Yep.
So
yeah,
I would be. So
yep. FOMO. You know. Yeah.
So yeah, that is the 7-part framework. Now I know I'm past 5 minutes.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Listen, but I might go over a little bit. But overall, do you have any feedback for like the second half, and then also feedback?
So what I would suggest is you have 7 frameworks. I would do I would have like an intro, just kind of who you are, right? Like, hey, you know, this is who I am. Here's a QR code to like connect with me on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, on the first page, just so people have context that you are a subject matter expert in this field. And then I would have like an outro one that's like, hey, if you really like this and you want to connect, same thing, put a QR code right there. Cause at the end of the day, it's about marketing yourself. You know what I mean? Now the next, and I would say maybe have 7 slides is great, but what I would do, I would put maybe 2 or 3 issues on one slide. Cause I think that's what led you to go over as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if it's 7 parts, well, really, if it's 7 parts, maybe have a shape, like an octagon or something, you know what I mean? Something that it's boom, 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 right? Have it where it's on one, it could even be on one page, and then you explain each portion.
Okay.
I think that'll allow you to flow more seamlessly in between each one, and that's you pressing less buttons. If you've got an intro slide, one slide because you literally right when you look at 1 through 7, it's the topic, and then it's one sentence about the topic, right? Yeah. If you could put 3 topics and 3 sentences on one page or on 2 pages, you've got 2 slides, and then your intro and your outro. That gives you 4 slides total.
Oh, sure.
And now, and now you can really focus on just giving the sauce.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, instead of you having to switch modes and let me press this button to move forward, now you're having to do that less. You know what I mean? Right. But all in all, I think you did great, and just pausing a little bit too. That's something that I'm learning to do, like that, right? I'll pause because I'll catch myself saying, or you know what I mean? If you watch some of 19 Keys' older stuff, he used to be like, you understand what I'm saying? Right? 4 or 5 years ago, you listen to him now, he's got so much better with that. It's the evolution. And so just taking the time to pause.
Okay.
Right? And less is more.
Less
is more, and these people came here to see you as well. So it's you know what I mean? I would love to check this out and support. But other than that, I don't really have any other feedback.
No, this was good. This was really good feedback.
Yeah.
I'm gonna edit the slides, and I think that's smart to put everything on less slides, because right now I have 7 slides. So
having like I said, maybe have 1 intro, 1 outro, and then 2 slides each with 3 pieces. Maybe the first slide will have 4, topics of the framework, and then the second slide will have 3 topics of this framework. Now you really just got 2 slides that you're messing with, and then you got your intro and your outro. That's it. I think I would spend a little bit more time. If you've got 7 minutes, I would take maybe a minute to just, hey, this is who I am. This is where I'm from. This is what I do. If you want to connect, here's my QR, scan the QR code below to connect with me on LinkedIn or wherever you want to connect with me, that kind of thing, but make sure you promote yourself. That's most important, because people at the end of the day, they want to buy you. The information is just a part of you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people want to tap in with you. So that's really the only feedback. I think you did great. I don't think you had any mistakes really. And then this is something that so you're comfortable in it, which is great.
Yeah.
So that's my
comfortable talking about it, and it's something that excites me. Literally, I literally think in StoryBrand. This is why do I think StoryBrand in everything I do? I can't turn it off, but
yeah. No, this actually gave me a lot of insight on my business too, because we're posting everywhere, but my email list is so fire, but it's I'm not nurturing it the way that I could, because I want someone that's sending out 4 or 5 emails a day for real. I've got a pretty
not to the same audience, please.
You said not to the same audience? No. Oh, they'll get kind of just you
gotta have something. Just not to the same people, please.
Okay. Because then it turns into spam, right? Now you're spamming people. So what would you say? Oh, you know what? That's the other piece too, Brandy. I would ask for a Q&A. If anybody's got any questions, hold them, put them in the chat at the end, or, if you write down your questions for the end.
Okay.
Just so, and right when you're done and you have your QR code kind of still on the screen, you can just kind of have people asking questions, and as you're answering questions, people like, she really knows what she's talking about. Let me now go and follow her, just having that. So, Yeah. So on that, so what would you say is a good email frequency to have?
I would say minimum once a week.
Okay.
But every brand is going to be different.
Yeah. 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 Minimum once a week. Yeah. Because we have our monthly newsletters, and then I do one around the holidays, and then I'll do one like for my event. So I'd really do about 3 right now.
Okay.
You know, so it's like 3. It's like one on a Friday, one on a Monday before I go live, and then like a monthly newsletter. So it's kind of like it's about 3 right now.
Okay.
You know,
yeah, and whatever frequency you feel like you can stay consistent with, really. You know, if it's a bi-monthly newsletter or every 3 months, but just send out like weekly emails if you can.
Right. Right.
Stay top of mind with your audience.
Right. Exactly.
And I would recommend you segment your audience as well, because it's fine to send out 5 emails a day, but as long as it's not to the same person. If it's like different audience.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. And I'm in the process of hiring a copywriter and whatnot, because I have the templates already drawn out. That's just a task that I'm like, I need you to study my business so well that you just know what to say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's it. I'm gonna give you all the brand assets. I'm gonna give you everything that we're about, what we do. Just do this, So, but yeah, this was.
I would say tell the copywriter about this framework, because not everyone writes this in this way. I would say.
Right. Definitely. I'll definitely be sending them this video to just watch. Like, hey, consume this. Anything else?
Like, it's so much more, but since I'm like limited on time, it's like I really go deep into it. Like, and I wanted to provide more examples, like how I should have provided more examples, like how the copies are actually written. It's like a way to write it, but it's like I only got 5-7 minutes. So I'm like,
right. Yeah. Yeah. Something I've learned is like super obsess over the main thing, and then like distill it down depending on who it is that you're sharing it to. That's what I've learned. So like you could have all the sauce, 30 slides, whatever, but then it's like maybe you use 3 for this specific, community that you're speaking to, like for instance, like, the concept that I teach, the time compass, is like, okay, there's 4 pieces to it, but I only teach 1 because 1 is enough for you to be like, oh, nah, this is enough. Yeah. This is enough. And if you want to learn more, boom, I'm over here, So, because my aunt actually told me that she's a principal over in Gwinnett County, like Loganville. And, I wrote a curriculum, and she's like, hey, don't give everything away to the point that like they don't need you anymore. Give them enough to where it's like, oh, I've learned something, but I'm also intrigued enough to where I want to hire this person or work with this person to learn more about what this is. So, but yeah, so that would essentially be my, main feedback. Just, crown in the chat, if Cinderella, types of customer, just engaging with that audience more. That's really about it. You know what I mean? Asking them questions. That's something that has really helped me a lot, and making sure people are consuming the information as well. So you don't want to be talking to a wall.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna do that. I love the Cinderella. I love that. I'm definitely using that for sure.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, Cinderella, what? Like, I was saying, because you might have, depending on who you are, you might have to go look for that crown emoji for real. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So
I love it.
You said it's called Black Everywhere.
Yeah.
Black Everywhere.
Yeah, but they got a little bit of everything. Okay. Like they traveling, like going on trips and stuff. They have like networking events. They have like just social meetups. Stuff for entrepreneurs. Like they got a bunch of stuff.
Wow, this is awesome.
Yeah, so definitely sign up for their emails. They be sending out a lot of stuff.
Black Girl Art Show in Brooklyn. Yes, sir. Look at all these beautiful Black people. Yes. Love that. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to sign up right now.
Yeah, they're a cool organization. I've been following them for a minute.
So anything else that we wanted to cover? Oh, let me stop this timer. This timer's still probably.
Oh, the timer's still going. That's funny.
Yeah.
What else? We want to talk about. Hold on. Let's see. we have an event coming up. We want to talk about that.
We do, yeah. So we've got an event coming up.
May or June.
Yep, in May. So we're still we're just finalizing. We have the venue. We're just finalizing the dates, and we're gonna be doing an in-person meetup. Super excited about that. Yeah. It's gonna be here in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's gonna be. I think part of it is gonna be educational. We're gonna be having obviously entrepreneurial conversations. Brandy and I are probably gonna speak. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And there's going to be food. Also, the spot, so the location, they actually have, they'll make charcuterie boards for us as well. So, that's a nice little thing. Strawberries, fruits, cheeses, crackers, all of that. So like, just like little bite-sized charcuterie boards for our audience and for our community. So super excited about that.
If you're in Atlanta, definitely come out. We'd love to meet y'all. We need to have more, in-person meetups and more entrepreneur conversations and just, connect, build community and just like, support one another as entrepreneurs, because this is a journey and we all on it. So
that's a fact. It's a journey and we're all moving at a different pace, so that's the beauty of it, but once we find that pace, man, it's a wrap, This is a really incredible organization. Thank you for telling me about it. So how do I sign up for your presentation?
So let me send you the link.
Okay. Because I guess if I join, they'll send me an email with the link to their events, right?
So you signed up for their emails, right?
I'm doing that right now. Yeah. So which of the following? Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. This is awesome.
First, because I want to find the link right now. I can't find it.
I know, right?
So are you going to join I think you may have to join the 6-week program in order to attend on Friday for the presentation.
Okay.
It's like we meet every Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm going to send you a link anyway.
So. Played video. Okay. Dance class. This is great.
So yeah, once I find that link, I'm gonna send it to you.
And it's getting nice out, so
it is.
Kind of want to start doing a little bit more. Great, yeah. So I just signed up. Probably just got the email. What else do we want to talk about?
I think I just got out for a second. I'm back now though.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that's it. Yeah, I think we'd love to do more of these. I think now that we got the streaming part down, we can get the thumbnail right, a little bit more planning. But this was smooth, honestly, right? Like this was real smooth. Love it when we get together and we create. Like that's my jam. It's like, it's like if you can't do it this way, I'll help you do it. If I can't do it this way, you'll help me do it. And so really, really love that. So anything else? What'd you say?
So that's what it's about.
Exactly. Community, So anything else that we want to cover?
I think that's it. Thank you so much for the feedback.
Yeah, absolutely.
I realized that, so I appreciate you so much.
Yeah. It looks like also Black Everywhere is doing a socialized event at Top Golf in Alpharetta on the 30th. I might, I'm saying if you are available Sunday, maybe we could check that out. But 5 to 7. It was right before book club. That's nice, actually. Oh, we don't got book club this Sunday, actually. Nope.
30th. Oh, that is this Sunday. Oh.
Yeah, I know. March is done, and it's free too. Bad. Yeah, I'm signing up right now.
The end of Q1 already.
Yeah, literally. That's why I was saying. I literally was teaching about that yesterday. I was like, guys, Q1 is done, right? Like literally, actually, believe it or not. So as of March 31st, we're exactly 90 days into the year as of March 31st.
Oh, wow. Time is flying. Time is really flying.
Yeah. So we got 280 days left, something like that. 260 days, something like that. So, we got to cook, guys. We got to cook.
So if you have not already been working towards your goals this year, if you kind of been stagnant or if you fell off a little bit, you human, okay. But now it's time, pick it back up.
Yeah. That's a fact. Let me ask you something. With your emails, do you set up automation?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So if they open it, you send another 5 minutes later or something like that. How do you, So
every campaign is different. I don't think I'm gonna set up an email 5 minutes apart. But
okay. I'll just give an example, but this is why you're the expert.
I'll be so literal sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, automation 100%. In any business, you're still going to have manual sends, but your email should be 5% automated. So
perfect. All right, y'all. So y'all heard it here first, live and direct with Brandy Spencer. Yeah. Where can people find you, Brandy?
I know, right? Where can you find me? So you can go to my website, theemailcoconut.com. You can email me at theemailcoconut@gmail.com. You can hit me up on here, on Facebook, LinkedIn, my name, Brandy Spencer. So all those different places.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So I'm going to end the stream on everywhere else, but we can stay on. But yeah, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. And we look forward to connecting again. It is the Mindset Diplomat over and out. Such a pleasure. I'll catch y'all on the other side. Peace.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.